I'm Will Cannon, and I built 2 companies that did a total of $30 million in revenue. If someone took all of my money tomorrow, no savings, no investments, no audience, and all I had left was my laptop and Wi-Fi, man, I bet you right now that I could start a 10K a month business in just 60 days, guaranteed. But because this is a beginner-friendly video, I'm gonna give you a practical playbook that you can use to start a 10K per month business in under 1 year. Let's get into it. Step 1 is we need to make $500. We need to do everything in our power to make $500. Why, you ask, do we need to make $500? We need to make $500 because you have a laptop and you have Wi-Fi. That's great. But you need to make $500 because there's LLC fees when you start a business. You're gonna need marketing, you're gonna need an email account, you're gonna need a simple website. There's gonna be some startup costs to starting a business. So you need to make $500. How are we gonna make $500? Well, ideally you already have $500, and if you do, you can move to step 2. But if you don't have $500, you're gonna need to beg, borrow, and steal and do anything in your power to get your $500. What that means is if you're in the US, you can be an Uber driver, you can be a Lyft driver, you can go to McDonald's, basically anywhere in the world, or a fast food joint, you can work for $500. You can ask your parents for $500. You can ask your friend for $500. You do whatever you can do to get your first $500, because once you get your first $500, I guarantee you, you're gonna make $10,000 a month. Let's go to step 2. All right, guys, step number 2. Step number 2 is we need to pick a customer and then we need to create an offer. Let me tell you what I recommend here. I recommend going B2B versus B2C. If you don't know what B2B is and B2C is, B2B means business to business and B2C means business to consumer. So do we want to pick a customer that's a business, a company, or do you want to pick a consumer? I recommend going B2B, and the reason for this is B2B is a lot easier to sell into because a lot of times they have budget to spend on what we're gonna talk about in some of the next steps. It's a lot harder to get thousands of consumers to pay you a really small amount of money per month than it is to get a handful of businesses to pay you $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 per month. So all of my businesses in the past, or all except one, which was a mortgage company, have been B2B, and we've been really successful. And I recommend, especially if you're a beginner, you're just getting into it, you start with B2B. It's gonna make your life 100 times easier. Okay, and we're going B2B. We ideally wanna make sure our offer helps these customers, these businesses, make more money or get more customers. And let me tell you why. When you offer a business a nice to have product or service, that's an add-on to maybe what they're doing, but it doesn't help them make more money or get more customers, it's really hard to sell, especially in today's environment. When you're able to come to a business and say, my offer is $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 per month, but it's gonna give you a 5, 10, 20x return on investment. So you're gonna spend $5,000 a month with me, but it's gonna help your business make $50,000 a month. That's a lot easier to sell to a business than a nice to have or an add-on product or something that's replacing something they're currently using that doesn't help them make more money or get more customers. So we're gonna wanna craft an offer that helps the business make more money or get more customers. And that's gonna make your job 10 times easier when you're selling B2B. And the reason that I love selling B2B is that you can get customers via cold email or cold DM. In my opinion, cold email is the easiest way to find and acquire new customers for B2B. It's the lowest barrier to entry, right? You don't need a huge budget to send cold emails or send cold DMs, and it's a way to get directly in front of your buyer immediately with a small cost up front. Cold email and cold DMs are the way to go for B2B offers, and if you're a beginner, sending a cold email or sending a cold DM is probably gonna get you your first customers. All right, I'm gonna walk you guys through a couple different business ideas now that will help you get from 0 to 10K a month if you're just a beginner and all you need is Wi-Fi and a laptop. Let's go. Business idea number 1, ghostwriting for X or for LinkedIn. All right, what the heck is ghostwriting if you don't know? Ghostwriting is where you write for an entrepreneur. So it's a business owner, a CEO, a sales leader at another business. You take over their X or their LinkedIn and you write content for them that attracts them new customers. One of the reasons we love this business idea is because it helps businesses make more money and get more customers, right? If you're writing an X post for a CEO and you have a call to action that's converting that person that's reading that post into a buyer, you're making that company more money. So you taking over their X or LinkedIn isn't just about personal branding, fluff nonsense. It's helping that business make more money. All right, how are you gonna find the customers to reach out to? Here's exactly how I do it. I'm gonna give you the exact blueprint. I would first go on LinkedIn. I'd look for CEOs of the companies that would be our ideal fits, right? So they're B2B companies, they're making over a certain amount of revenue, and the CEO or the founder is posting on LinkedIn, posting once a day, posting twice a day on LinkedIn. And I'd look for those CEOs that are posting that are getting very little engagement. Maybe they're getting 2 likes, maybe they're getting 5 likes, maybe they're getting 1 comment. That usually means that posting isn't driving revenue for them. And you need to create an offer that it's so good they would feel stupid saying no. You're gonna say, I have a LinkedIn ghostwriting agency. We write content for founders and we help them blow up their LinkedIn presence. And we're gonna do this for you completely free so you can see the value. We're gonna write content for you for 2 weeks, 10 days of content, 5 days, Monday through Friday for 1 week, second week, 5 days, Monday through Friday. If we don't 10x the number of impressions that you're getting on your LinkedIn, you pay me nothing. If we 10x the number of impressions you're getting, you pay me $2,000 a month. And I guarantee you, if you pitch enough of these CEOs, and you don't need to pitch hundreds, you might only need to pitch 3 or 5 or 10 or 15, they're gonna see the value, and they're gonna see the value in this offer, and they're gonna use you. They're gonna give you a test because it's a stupid, simple offer. If they don't blow up your LinkedIn, you don't have to pay them $1. You might not even have a contract. You might not even have them sign anything. This could be a handshake agreement. And the great thing about this is $2K a month, all you need is 5 customers. I could build this business to 10K in recurring revenue in basically no time, have 95% profit margins, and it's an easy business to build. You basically have no startup costs. This is one of my best ideas. All right, business idea number 2. This is the done-for-you lead generation agency. Let me break it down in simple terms. What this is every business needs to get new customers. So if you're a business and you're looking to get new customers, you have a couple ways to do it, right? You can reach out cold via LinkedIn, via X. You can reach out via cold email. You can do SEO. You can run ads on Meta, on Google, on any of these platforms, right? You can go door knocking. You can do cold calling. There's a handful of ways you can go out and get new business. But most businesses suck at lead generation. They're not good at going out and trying to get new customers. So what do you offer? You offer a done-for-you lead generation agency. And what that means is you get a breakdown of who this business is, who their ideal customers are, what their offer is to those ideal customers, and you build out lists of these ideal customers and you send cold emails to get meetings on the books with these new customers. So for the business, you're offering a done-for-you service. You're saying, give me your calendar link, right? I'm gonna find out who your customers are, what your offer is, I'm gonna craft a pitch, I'm gonna send out cold emails to those customers to get them interested. And then when they raise their hand, the hand raisers that say, yeah, I'm interested, tell me more. You book a meeting with those customers, right? You say, okay, I'm free Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m., which works for you? They reply back, okay, Tuesday works. And you put a meeting on your customer's calendar. So your customer doesn't have to lift a finger. They sleep at night, they wake up in the morning, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of meetings on their calendar. Businesses pay big money for this. This is a done-for-you lead generation agency. There's a bunch of examples of these, and these businesses print cash. Why do they print cash? Because most businesses suck at going out and finding new customers. If you can do this successfully, which is crafting the right offers, making sure you have the right list that's valid of the right contacts, use Uplead for that, by the way, if you haven't already, and crafting the right message to those customers with the right offer and getting to their inbox, you can print money. For this business, what I would do is I would probably charge a retainer plus a fee per meeting. So for example, $5,000 a month retainer and $500 per meeting. So you're getting your retainer no matter what, and you're getting a cost per meeting. That way you have upside. If you can book 10, 20, 50, 100 meetings in a month, or however many you can book, you have upside into making more money on a cost per meeting basis. All right, the offer. How would I structure an offer for this business? I'd reach out via cold email myself to get these customers. Obviously, I have a network now and I can post on LinkedIn, I have an audience, but we're saying I don't have any of that for this video. So I would send cold emails myself. So I'd create an account, I'd use Uplead for the leads. I'd create an account with Instantly or SmartLead for the sending. I'd have a provider provide me inboxes because you'll need a bunch of inboxes to be able to send enough volume. And I'd start sending emails. So I'd find my ideal customers, which are probably B2B companies doing over a certain amount of revenue. We can focus on specific industries or specific sectors. And I'd create an offer so stupid simple, it's hard for them to say no. So I'd create an offer and I'd structure it like this. I'd say, hey, we normally charge clients $5,000 up front and $500 per meeting, but to get your business, here's what I do for you. I'm gonna offer you a trial where if I don't book at least 10 meetings on your calendar in 30 days, you owe me nothing, right? So picking the right customers that have the right offers that can sell really well and are the right businesses, that's a key. So make sure you do that before you move on to this step. If I print 10 meetings, then you're on a retainer, and the retainer is $5,000 a month and $500 per meeting. You can obviously, when you're first starting, lower this. You can say $2,500 a month and $250 per meeting. And once you have a bunch of case studies and testimonials and a bunch of happy clients, you can bump your pricing. I'd ideally want you to bump it as fast as possible, but you want to get to where you're charging $5,000 a month and $500 per meeting, because that allows you to make a minimum of $5,000, but up to $10, $20, $30, $50,000 a month on one client. For this business, you would only need one, maybe two clients, and you're guaranteed to get your $10,000 a month in recurring revenue. So this business might have 40, 50% or some similar margins being pushed to the bottom line because you have infrastructure costs and eventually you'll have people costs. But this is a stupid simple business that I guarantee you I could start tomorrow, and within 60 days, I would be hitting 10K per month, guaranteed. All right, business idea number 3, this is an AI internal tool builder. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna help businesses use AI to help their internal processes. There's a lot of businesses right now that wanna use AI to help them either grow their business or help them save money in their business, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to use AI. The ideal customers for this type of business are gonna be B2B agencies, B2B marketing companies, B2B SaaS companies. You're gonna reach out to them via cold email or via LinkedIn. All right, you're probably asking now, how the heck do I deliver this service? I don't know anything about AI. How the hell do I do this? You're gonna watch Nate's channel or you're gonna watch Nick's channel. These are people that are AI internal tool building experts, and they're gonna help you figure out how to build these tools. They post a ton of content around how to build these tools using make.com, using N8N, or using other tools, and you're gonna consume their content to understand how to build the AI tools. So let me give you an example. You're gonna go to B2B companies and you're gonna say, hey, your sales team is getting leads, but they probably suck at following up with clients. So you're gonna build an automated AI internal process to automatically follow up in multiple ways, email, LinkedIn, phone calls, etc., with all of these customers. You're gonna charge $2,000 a month for it. You're pushing deals through their sales process faster, so you're saving them time and you're making them money. And at 5 clients per month, that's $10,000 a month. Okay, at this point you might be saying, well, what about after 10K a month? Well, first of all, that's a good problem to have. You got to 10K a month, congratulations. At this point, you're gonna need to hire people. You're gonna need to hire a salesperson. You might need to hire an inbox manager or a reply manager. You might need to hire someone on deliverability. You might need to hire someone on customer success. These are all good problems to have. That's the way to get to $10,000 a month. If you have questions, DM me. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on X, I'm on Instagram. I'll put all my links in the description. I hope you got so much value from this video. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you're building. Let me know how I can help you, and I'll see you in the next one.